Welcome to the evaluation tutorial video for the Women's Foundation of Southern Arizona Annual Grant Program. I'm Darren Monk with the Common Grant Application. As you can see here, we're on the dashboard page, which is the first page that you appear on when you log into the site. If you have any questions about your username or password or have any difficulty logging in, please contact Krista Millay at the Women's Foundation of Southern Arizona, or you can contact us at support@commongranapplication.com. From this dashboard, you can see that there are two options relating to evaluations. The first one is called Review Evaluations All. This will take you to a list of all the applications that have been assigned to you for evaluation and list the status of each evaluation. From there, you can click through to the application using the application number over here, or you can use the drop-down and click Evaluate Application. This will drop you onto the evaluation page. The possibly simpler way of doing this is by using the other link from the dashboard, which is called Start Evaluation Step by Step. What this will do is take you to the first application that's been assigned to you for evaluation, and then after you've saved that evaluation, it will immediately take you to the next application that's been assigned to you. Let's start with that. You'll see here that we've ended up on the first application assigned to us, which is application number 33234 from the Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona. One of the first things that you'll need to do in preparing to evaluate an application is review the application itself. That's done with these links over here to the left side. The first link is Description and Instructions, which has the instructions that were provided to the grant seeker. The second link is Organization Information. This is the contact information as well as the geographic area served and the amount that they're requesting for the grant. The third link is the Proposal, which has the detailed proposal information. And the fourth link is some general information about the organization that's applying. In this area there will also be some documents. You can't see this because I'm on a development system, but normally you would click through on these. These will be linked and you'll be able to review the documents there. Another way that you can review an individual application is, if you prefer paper or looking at things in a more combined format, is you can click this PDF download button here, and that will generate a PDF of the entire app, which you can print or review on screen. If you want to review all of the applications at once, you can click on this grants link up here, which will take you to a list of all the grants in the system. You can then use the Show Filters tab here and filter by program for annual grant. You click Search, and that will present you with the currently 18 applications that have been assigned to that grant program. Once here, you can click this checkbox at the top of the list to select all the items. And then from this drop-down that appears, you can click Print to PDF. You can select which items you want included in the PDF, and then click Print, which will generate a PDF of all those applications. Just be warned that with the amount of information in these applications, this can take a while to generate, especially if you've selected application documents. So just be patient, and this will eventually generate a PDF which will be saved to your computer. Then you can also review it on the screen or print it at your leisure. Going back now to the dashboard and going back into Start Evaluation Step by Step. When you land here, again, you can review the application information here. From this evaluation page, this is where you'll actually enter your evaluation. At the top, there's a General Notes field. This will allow you to add any general notes about the application that you would like. Those are for your information only. Following that, there are the questions that have been set up for evaluation. So this first question is problem statement. The problem statement presents clearly with solid evidence an urgent pressing need that impacts women and girls in Southern Arizona. As you can see here, this is a free-form numerical field, and here we have the description of what the scoring range is. So a 1 indicates strongly disagree, 2 indicates disagree, 3 indicates neutral, 4 indicates agree, and 5 indicates strongly agree. For all of these, you'll need to have the question or have the evaluation marked as completed. You'll need to complete something in this score field. The other option is to abstain, which in generally you want to avoid unless you feel like you're not qualified to answer the question. Or there's a couple of scenarios where you may want to use that on questions 2 and 3, which I'll go over in a minute. So for now, we'll just enter an arbitrary score in here so that we can proceed. Here you can add notes for each individual question. So if you have specific notes to yourself about why you scored this the way that you did, you may want to save those here so that if you come back and need to change your evaluation at any time, it might jog your memory as to what you were thinking. For question number 2 and number 3, increasing women's income and assets and legislative or workplace policy change. Each applicant can indicate whether or not they want to be considered for these 2 criteria. They must select at least one, but they may not select both. So if they have not indicated that they want to, that they're increasing women's income and assets, then you can go ahead and click abstain here, and that will still mark that as a completed question. Then in that case, they would have to have said that their program affects legislative or workplace policy change. So in that case, you'll enter a score here on the 1 to 5 scale. You'll do the same for each of these score-based questions. You need to enter a number between 1 and 5. Again, question 5 is the same. Question 6 is the same. Question 7 is the same. Question 8 is also a 1 to 5 scale. Finally, for the last couple of questions, questions 9 and 10, these are a little bit special. So for question number 9, based solely on the written application, would you recommend this organization for funding? This is a drop-down option. So you'll need to select yes, no, or maybe. Obviously, for that one, you will not want to abstain. And then for question 10, this is a notes-based field. So there, as you can see, there's no field for you to fill in. If you didn't have any questions you'd like the site visit team to ask, you could click abstain. Otherwise, you can fill out, using the questions notes field, you can add any questions that you would like the site team to ask. So once you've completed all the fields for the evaluation, you go ahead and click. You can either click Save, which will stay on this application, but if you click this right-facing arrow here, what it will do is it will save your evaluation for this application, and it will immediately take you to the next evaluation that's been assigned to you. So that's really helpful in terms of moving through these relatively quickly and not having to worry about keeping track of which ones you've evaluated and which ones you haven't. So we'll go ahead and click that now. And as you can see, the site indicates that the evaluation changes were saved, and now it's moved us to the next application, number 33235 from the Primavera Foundation. Now you can see if you go back to the dashboard, you will see that now start evaluation step by step is at 17, so you only have 17 evaluations left to do. If you go back to the review evaluations all, which will list all the applications that have been assigned to you regardless of their status, you can now see that the first application that we just evaluated, number 33234, is marked as completed. Now what if you have already completed your evaluation for an application and you decide after maybe evaluating some other applications that you'd like to go back and change your evaluation? You can change your evaluations at any time up until the point when an owner or administrator goes in and actually makes the decision to approve or reject an application. So if I wanted to go ahead and change my evaluation, I simply go back to this evaluations list page and click evaluate application again. As you can see, all our previous scores are stored in here. And the abstention, the general notes, all of that information is still in here. So if, say, I wanted to change my response to question 7 from 3 to 4, I could simply do that and then go ahead and save that. That's been it for this evaluation tutorial video. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Krista Millay at the Women's Foundation, or you can contact us at Common Grant Application at support@commongranapplication.com.